Hi, so today's topic is now a good time to buy? The question of is now a good time to buy is always relative to stuff that's happening. So I've been doing this for 12 years, and in that time, the question has always been pertinent because the market's rising, is now a good time to buy. Things are changing, is now a good time to buy. The market's falling, is now a good time to buy. And the reality is you have to park that as an externality that you have no control over. What you do have control over is now a good time for you to buy? In other words, are you ready? If you're not ready to buy, it doesn't matter whether now is a good time to buy or not, because you're not ready. The most important thing is to first make sure that you've got your deposit saved up so that you could be in a position to buy if there was the right opportunity. The second thing is to understand your borrowing capacity, to know what your limits are. And your limits should be governed by your income and your situation and your goals, irrespective of what the market's doing. However, if your limit now means that you can only afford to buy a certain property in a certain area, then you have to see whether that's the kind of property that you want to buy, or whether you want to change tack and maybe buy an investment property in a different area. If you can afford to buy a property in the area that you want to live in, and you've got the deposit saved, you've got the capacity there, then you're just dragging your feet and saying, oh, well, what if the market changes? In other words, what if you bought something today for $600,000 and then found out that next year it's only worth $500,000? Well, if we worked out that you could afford to buy something for, say, $600,000, then you can afford that. Your job is to buy that property, dominate that debt, pay that debt down. Because if you pay that debt down, it doesn't matter whether it's worth $500,000 next year, $400,000 the year after, and $800,000 10 years from now. If you've got no debt, it doesn't matter. Your job is to pay down the debt. As soon as you say, I'm not going to buy, I'm waiting, then you've now bet that the market is going to fall. And you could be wrong. Now, if you're willing to make that bet, that's up to you. For a lot of people, it's just a question of, can I afford to do something now? And if the answer is, well, you can afford to, well, then you're ready. So now is the right time for you to buy. And if you're not ready, well, now is not the right time for you to buy. So that's it today. As always, we know that we need to be genuine, have fun, stay curious.